Hi, everyone. It's Miss Hakvari in the library, and I wanted to just give a little more information on some of the quiz questions that I asked you. So, as we found out, April is School Library Month, and it's just a nice time to reflect a little bit on what libraries do for us and to just give you a little more information about our own library. So here's just a little bit more detail about some of the answers that you had in the booklet that you played. So I asked you how many books are in our library, and while the number that's on the quiz is accurate right now, that number is always changing because we're always ordering more books to put on our shelves. We have some books that come every month, and then we do a few orders during the year. And then we're always kind of going through our collection through our library and looking for worn out copies of books with kind of old information, maybe extras that we don't need, and pulling books out too. So that number is good today, but it'll probably change before the end of the year. I asked you about our most popular type of book, and this probably isn't a surprise to anyone, but graphic novels are our most popular genre or type of book. They have been checked out so many times, over almost 5,000 times this year, which is almost a third of the phenomenal amount of checkouts that we've had this year. So graphic novels are for sure popular. I love reading them. There's kind of like having that addition of the pictures really kind of gives my brain a break sometimes, and I really love that. I asked you about the average cost of a book, and some of our books are as little as $8. Some of them are a lot more expensive. If it's a bigger nonfiction book with a lot of pictures, it might be more expensive, but they average out to about $20. And you may have seen this at public libraries, but they'll do kind of a list of how much you've saved by using the library. So just keep in mind this School Library Month that using our school library is a great way to save some money, get some good things to read, and you can save that money for other things. All right, I mentioned that I have checked out 38 books from our library this year, read and checked out that many books. Mrs. Armentrout and I read a lot of books from our library so that we can know what's on the shelves and so that we can give you great recommendations. But you might be surprised to know more than half our students have checked out at least 10 books already this year. So pretty much we have over half our students that have checked out 1 or 2 books a month all year long. And we have 3 students who have checked out over 100 books, which is a lot. So we're seeing some of you a lot of the time, which is awesome. And then the last question I wanted to clarify. So I asked how long Miss Armentrout has worked for SEP. And so she's worked in the district for 24 years and has been at the junior high for 10 years. All of that time she's spent in libraries working as a library clerk, and we certainly appreciate having her do that job. All right, just a couple things as we wrap up. So some other ways you can kind of celebrate School Library Month with us. I know there's not a lot of time left in April, but we'll kind of keep this going for a little while. Come to the library for a great coloring page or a word search, and you can return it to us with your first and last name, please. And we'll give you a couple PBIS points for each one of those that you do. Obviously, a great way to celebrate Library Month is to come in and get something great to read. Be sure to ask for help if you need it or check our online catalog for some ideas. And then stay tuned because we've got a couple things coming up. So we've got a book giveaway. So some of the books that we've pulled out of our library, you'll be able to kind of look through and see if they work for you. And we'll have some information about some summer reading options for you as well. So I hope you had a great week. Thank you for all you do working with us in the library, and come in and see us and get something good to read.